Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Marvel Legends cable. This is part of the Zabu wave, and this is the hot one that almost took my face off. This is the one that is hot. Everyone's looking for it. Supposedly it's going for like $100 on eBay right now. But luckily, Sergeant Red's right there. They got one in. I stopped in there. They said they didn't have any left. I sat there, was shooting the crap at them, and then John was able to come up with a box that he forgot that he had in the basement. So there you go. I'm going to be able to review this figure. I'm not a huge Marvel Legends fan. I pick and choose, but I really like Cable. I got him to go with my X-Men 97 Bishop. So let's take a look at this figure. And again, window packaging is back. There you have the leg that everyone's going to be looking for Zabu here. He's got a couple different hands, two different guns. He's got the eye that is glowing, that is illuminated, because again, he is the son of Scott Summers. There you can see it there. And then on the back, you have the cross cell of the Build-A-Figure. I know a lot of people want that saber-toothed Zabu. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of these legs up on eBay. We'll see. Anyway, there's a little bio of him. It gives you everything that you really need to know. Just kidding. It says, Cable travels back through time from a dystopian future to help the X-Men as an enhanced telekinetic mutant. Yeah, that's about as much we get as with the G.I. Joe file card. But anyway, I don't care. I like the plastic. Let's get this thing open. Let's see how good he is. We're going to compare him with the size, see how he fits against Bishop, and Scarlet Spider, and maybe some G.I. Joe and some other things like that. So anyway, let's get to this. But before we do, if you like this type of content, if you like when I give you Marvel Legends reviews, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a video. So let's take a look. Alright, so I now got Cable out of the box, and if you're new to the channel, this is how I like to do my reviews. You're going to see how the figure was actually taken directly out of the box. So here is the leg for the Sabertooth. Again, I don't really have any reason to take it out right now because I'm going to be packaging the box back up, not the figure. I like to have my figures open, but I do keep my boxes because, well, I have issues. So quickly, we'll take a look at everything that he comes with, which isn't a lot, but he does come with 2 trigger fingers. And I thought these might be Bishop's hands, and they're not, because the hinge, I mean, yeah, whatever it's called. The little pleats on it, the wrinkles on it, on the hand are a little bit different, but Bishop's actually goes side to side. This one goes up and down. And it is soft and pliable. Both of them are. Alright. And then he has 2 different guns. Now, you're looking at the guns. They have a nice silver paint to it. Then you have the black through it, but don't worry. They are still very flexible, like all of Hasbro weapons seem to be. So we'll take a look at this here. And just a little bit, the silver makes it seem like it's much sturdier than what it is. I think it really gives that futuristic Cable look. But you got the paint through the barrels. It is a, I don't know if you would call it some sort of like minigun, or if they're individual shots, but there you go. Different barrels that it's going to rotate. You got the grip that is painted, trigger guard. You can see the trigger, but it's kind of, it's a translucent. It's not really translucent, but it is a little see-through, it seems. But doesn't look that bad. And it does look very similar to the Bishop gun, just the design of it. And then we have this double barrel. Big hand cannon here. Again, the exact same thing. Same type of color. Makes it look sturdier than what it is. It is fairly straight. Well, it is actually completely straight. But a little bit of paint here on the barrel. Paint right up there, and then the grip is painted. So it does look pretty nice. Don't have an issue with it. Now let's take a look at this figure. And at first I really thought his upper torso, actually that's the only torso you have, the torso and the upper body seemed bigger. Not so much when you see it in person, when I have it out of the packaging. So let's look at this head sculpt. And you have the one eye, you have the the scarring around from his disease that he has, and then you have the one eye that is glowing somewhat like Scott Summers does. The facial hair, like the 5 o'clock shadow, looks really amazing. I mean, that looks really good. I mean, you don't look at it and it looks like it's just painted on there. I mean, that really pops. The lips have a nice little shade. I mean, everything on this face sculpt is absolutely awesome. Look at the hair. The hair kind of looks like Quicksilver, but all of it looks pretty good. Big, thick locks of hair. All right, so quickly we'll take a look at this articulation, and then we'll get into everything else. So he can look up, and he can look down pretty well, and side to side, obviously. Take a look at his T-pose. That looks good. Pinless, double biceps. Oh, no, I lied. It is not pinless, because there's a pin there. So this is an old buck, but we have a different, I'm assuming a newer arm here. But that's as far as you're going to get. He's got such a big bicep. There's only so much you can do. You have your bicep swivel right there. Your wrist. He does have the ab crunch. So it's going to go up and down. So that's how far you can get him down. Get him back there. Here's Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now, they do not have drop-down hips, from what I can tell. So that's as far as you're going to get. Basically a 90-degree Jean-Claude Van Damme. Nothing like a classified. You're not going to get that range of motion. Pinless knees. Make sure we get that right. And this is right out of the box. No heat, nothing. All right. And then the thigh cut, which is right below his thigh straps, which is nice because it does hide it. You have your boot cut. Now this looks kind of weird. There's really not too much you can do because of how it's going to ride up all the way. Both of them have no issues. Ankle rockers, and you can move it side to side. So you're going to get him in some pretty good poses, I'm assuming. Now we can look at the paint and everything. All right, so he's got his little wrists, his little wrist wraps, whatever you want to call them, wristbands. Again, it is pinned. I did make a mistake there. I'm sure someone will get mad about it. X-Men here on his harness. Not X-Man. X is for the X-Men. X on his belt buckle. You got the yellow and the somewhat of a blue. Wraps all the way around. You got the giant mechanical arm, so it does fit how big he is. And again, it's one of those things that, in my opinion, made Cable really stand out. You got your thigh straps here, and they are removable. So you're able to move it if you want. If you want to have him have a clean thigh, you can. This one moves up and down. But I like the way that it really just hides everything. Knee pads. Painted right across here now. I'd have to look at how the character actually looks in the comics or whatever this is coming from, the source material. But it is nice if the boot is painted there. But if this is going to ride up because this is how it's supposed to be, there's really nothing you can do about it. But going all the way down, they don't have any, there's no design on the foot or anything. Nothing on the boot like most G.I. Joes here, where you can see there's shoelaces in there, some paint, some design. You don't really get that. Most of these action figures, most of the superheroes, they just have really clean lines. All right, so hand, you got the fist hand. How hard is this thing to pop off? Well, it came off extremely easy. And then we'll throw this hand on. So they went on nice and easy. Doesn't feel like it's gonna fall off. How about this one? Now he's got two guns, so might as well have two trigger fingers. It is nice that he does give you, that they give you the fist. So I can't believe I said that. That's what she said. All right. And how easy is this to pop in? Hand looks really good. So you got one that we can shoot. We got one in here to make him fire. Throw the hand cannon in over here. They've now made these hands so nice, so soft and pliable, but go right back into place, that I have absolutely no issue with it. But there is no port for blast effects, and that's disappointing, because they're making a lot of different blast effects. So quickly, there he is. There's a nice little firing pose. He's got this one up here. It'd be nice to have a little smoke effect coming off of there. Guess we can kind of seat him if need be. Make him meditating when someone decides to smash in and mess up his meditation. I don't think you want to do that to Cable. So you can do all kinds of different things here. I'll be doing some poses after this. So not much to Marvel Legends. There's only so much. You don't get nearly as much as you get with the G.I. Joe, but that is understandable. Disappointing, but understandable because of the company that is the parent company. All right, so let's take a look and see how he looks next to Bishop. And he seems to be just a slight bigger than Bishop, who is completely pinless. Nothing is the same. I thought that these characters were going to be really close to being the same. I don't see anything that's the same on them. They do look good together for the most part. All right. We'll grab this big boa from G.I. Joe Classified. And he's a little bit taller than him, which is fully understandable. I think of Bishop and Cable as much bigger, larger figures. We have one of the Wolverines from a couple years ago. This is perfect. To anyone that doesn't like this, Wolverine is 5'4". He's small. He is a runt. He is always fighting up, and that's what I absolutely love about this. We'll grab our Duke here. I'm a Classified guy. I'm a G.I. Joe guy. So you'll see me comparing a whole bunch here. You can see just how much of a monster he is here. And we'll grab this Ben Reilly, Peter Parker, the Scarlet Spider. Again, I really like this figure. This figure is so good. So much fun to just kind of play around with. And you can see the difference in the height there. And then to get a real comparison, there is our Age of Apocalypse Colossus. I absolutely love this figure. I just can't seem to get myself to get rid of these figures because I think this figure is so awesome. But there you go. There's your size comparison. I think this figure looks really nice. You know, if you like Marvel Legends and you want Cable, I see why this is the sought-after one. So there you go. Let's wrap this up. Okay, so my first thought on this figure is I really like it. I think it's pretty nice. It is a fun figure already just to kind of pose with. It's going to fit perfectly with your X-Men or anything if you wanted to do photography. I'm starting to enjoy doing just taking pictures and mixing and matching a lot of different types of characters. I think he does look pretty good with this 97 Bishop. He is much bigger than this Wolverine, and I think he could easily fit with your G.I. Joe Classified if that's what you're into. I'm sure I'll be having some pictures with him banging around with Big Boa, and all of it's going to come out looking pretty good because, let's be honest, these are toys. Have fun with them. Do what you want to do, and if you need to mix and match lines, then good for you because, hey, we're all here to have fun, and that's all I can really say about this. All right, so there you go. That is the latest Marvel Legends Cable review. I really like this figure. I mean, I really wish they would have lost the pinned joints. And I don't have a huge issue with pinned joints, but you can see over here it doesn't. The knees don't have it. It just seems weird when it's kind of mixed and matched. Kind of either have it with the knees and the elbows or don't have it. But either way, it is well worth to have just to do pictures with on your shelf, whatever you want to do with it. It's a big, beefy figure. I'm not disappointed with it. Like I said, I did get it from Sergeant Reds. He said he was sold out, but he found a case in the basement. that tells you how much product they get. So if you're in Michigan, you're in Utica, Michigan, or even in the area, swing on by. You won't regret it no matter what. Good people there, good store. I wouldn't promote them, talk about them if I didn't think so. But I am going to get out of here. Thank you very much for sticking around. If you're on the social medias, or you're on Facebook, a Facebook group page, Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a punk with toys. And there's 3 simple questions. Answer them, and I'll accept you, or I'll deny you if you don't. It's real simple. Instagram, a punk with toys. There's 2 of them. Subscribe to both of them. There's a reason behind having 2, and it's not because I wanted to. Just subscribe to both because it feels good to do that. Now I'm going to get out of here. Before I do, if you like this type of content, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified when I drop something like this. Now I'm going to get out of here, but please don't go anywhere. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put up a link to another Marvel Legends figure that you're going to like. Here's a playlist of all the Marvel Legends stuff that I've done. Take care.